Board members play an important oversight role of a bank's risk management process by ensuring the risk management policies and procedures are consistent with the bank's strategy and risk appetite. Directors set and maintain a bank's risk tolerance and must satisfy themselves that the bank's senior executives and risk managers have established appropriate compliance control activities and program monitoring. The bank's compliance function identifies the risks associated with the bank's business activities and should have a process in place to proactively assess risk in new product development, business practices, and new types of business. The detection and analysis of potential risks is enabled through assessments of products and services, systems and automation, charter structures and regulators. Once assessments are complete, risk exposure is analyzed to consider the magnitude of the risk based on bank characteristics, like transaction volumes and external events. For example, mortgage lending carries considerable inherent risk, yet making a small number of loans with an adequate control environment means the risk of significant compliance issues is minimal. However, with a higher loan volume, the control activities must aim to reduce risk levels. Compliance control activities ensure that compliance directives are carried out. They can either be preventive or detective. In a strong compliance program, the bank strives to implement preventive controls wherever possible. Preventive controls are applied when compliance errors or irregularities may occur in a process, such as automated controls, system processing, written procedures, independent checks, and approval or authorizations. Detective controls generally determine when a violation has already occurred and can be exposed through reporting. Examples include review of exception reports, monitoring loan data for expired insurance, reports of excessive money market demand account activity, Home Mortgage Disclosure Act data analysis, and loan file testing. Compliance managers establish testing components of their overall program to validate that the controls are working. There's a distinction between compliance monitoring and auditing. Monitoring activities are carried out on a regular basis by staff. However, an audit should be an independent review. Both activities follow a test plan and sampling techniques. After analysis of the results, the compliance function should develop and apply appropriate corrective measures. The complexity of compliance monitoring programs should be in balance with the compliance risk of the activity and flexible enough to adapt to changes. They should be risk-based with regard to scope, frequency, depth of monitoring, and all information should be documented. Ideally, the compliance department should partner with business lines to set up monitoring activities. They will analyze the data gathered and communicate the results to various stakeholders, including the board. The board should receive compliance risk reports regularly on an ongoing basis. The report should include tested and monitored results, status on targeted corrective actions, early identification of emerging issues, such as new rules, technology failures resulting in compliance violations, unresponsive business units or executive management, and risk trending. The importance of your role in providing oversight to the bank's compliance risk program cannot be overstated. With potential for significant violations, severe regulatory criticisms, and unwanted media attention, strong compliance controls can minimize the impact high risk exposure will have on your bank and its customers.